Welcome to the Crypto Fan channel. All right, today I have some friends of mine. They've been asking me what is crypto and what is Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin is a crypto. Okay, there's over 10,000 cryptos assets. So, for example, you have Bitcoin is a crypto asset. Then after that, like I told you earlier on episode 2, all the other ones are alternative coins. Anything outside of Bitcoin is an alternative coin. That's what they call altcoins. So there's over 10,000 altcoins. Okay, so for example, you have Bitcoin, you have Ethereum, XRP, Tether, BNB, Solana, Doge, Cardano, Avalanche, Chainlink, SHIB. Those are different coins. I'm not gonna go read all 10,000, but those are different coins. So what happens is, let me tell you what Bitcoin comes from. Bitcoin was started in 2013, actually a little bit before that, 2012. It was started by a guy named Satoshi. Now, there's rumors that Satoshi could be three people. It was started by the army. But basically, what Bitcoin was started for was to be an edge on inflation. So what happened is a lot of banks, they lose money. You see when they bail these banks out and you lose your money, but the banks get saved, they were thinking about to stop that. So when a bank crashes, he was trying to think of a way, he or she was trying to think of a way to stop that from happening to the consumer. So basically, what would happen is your Bitcoin. What Bitcoin is right now, there's nobody that controls Bitcoin. It's off DeFi. The people set the value on Bitcoin. So basically, if I have my Bitcoin, for example, I have there's 19 million Bitcoins. I have mine for $10. I want to sell it to you for 12. You buy it for 12. Now you own it for 12, and so on and so on. You own it for 100. You want to sell it for 200. That person buys it for 200. So guess who sets the value? Us, the people that own it, not the government. You get it? Not the banks. The banks can't come and mess with this money, invest this money. They could buy it and own part of it, but they can't come and set the value. They could sell it to you. That's all they could do. But they can't come and shut it down like your money in the bank. If the bank invests your money and it crashes, your money's gone. They'll go ahead and they'll give you up to $250,000. They'll guarantee the FDC. But anyway, FDIC will insure that money for you. But Bitcoin does. For example, let's say a year, 2 years ago, Bitcoin fell down to $15,000, and you would have had and you would have put 1,500 in there. Bitcoin right now is at 106. So your money right now would be at 10,006. So your money would have 9.5 times itself. And actually, you're probably a week from now from it actually going 10 times itself. So let's do a quick round number. So if you would have put $1,000, it went to 10,000. You would have put 10,000, it would have went to 100. You would have put 100, went to a mil. Put a mil, goes to 10 mil. You put 10 mil, goes to 100 mil. You see the mil? So that's what happened. Now, let's say you would have left that money in your bank and you getting last 2 years, because interest rates are high, you're getting a high yield. You're getting like 5% of your money. So you would have made on 5% every single month on your money. At 5%, you got $1,000, making $5. So at the end of the year, you made $50. After 10 years, 2 years, whatever, boom, boom. And I'm talking about with compound interest, boom, 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 whatever. You would have made yourself on $1,000 in the last 2 years. You would have made yourself whatever, the most $200, $300 versus it going to 10,000. So basically, that's what Bitcoin does. So what happens is Bitcoin goes against inflation. So when they say inflation goes up like 2% a year. So basically, they're trying to say like if you buy milk for $1, next year is going to be worth, you're going to have to pay $1.02. And we know it doesn't work like that. With inflation moves up faster than that. So what happens is Bitcoin, they're saying Bitcoin, which it shows in the last 10 years, grows faster than inflation. So basically, let's say the price is going up 20%, Bitcoin is making 50%. So basically, if you bought something for $1, right? 4 years later, it costs you $1.20. Your Bitcoin that you bought for that dollar, remember, it's going up 50%. So you would have bought that for $1. That Bitcoin right there would have went up to $4. So even if you would have been buying that milk for 120, you still would have been ahead. Do you understand? So that's what Bitcoin does. It grows faster than inflation. So Bitcoin actually for the last 10 years is outperformed real estate, outperformed the Dow Jones, outperformed the S&P 500. So just as, for example, 2 years ago, you put your money in Bitcoin, $1,000. Your money now would have been 10,000. S&P is the next growing faster thing, which is great because it's doing like 18%. So basically, if you would have put your money in the S&P, let's just do 20% because it's a quicker, faster number. You would have been 1,000, 200, 400, 600, 800. You would have made, from your $1,000, you would have made $800. You see how fast Bitcoin's growing? It's just math, folks. Don't blame it on me. So what happens with Bitcoin? Another thing about Bitcoin, they used to FUD Bitcoin. What FUD means, they talk trash about Bitcoin to bring down the value, like JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America. All these places should stay away from Bitcoin. But guess what they're doing now? They're buying Bitcoin. And when they were telling you stay away from, what JP Morgan Chase was telling you stay away from Bitcoin and saying that it's a Ponzi scheme, they were buying. And right now, you have a company called MicroStrategy. 4 years ago, they decided to change their company around and just to buy Bitcoin. That company is going up 20%. 20 times its percentage. So for business, now I gotta give you another number. So if you would have bought MicroStrategy 4 years ago in the stock market, you would have bought and put $1,000 on it. 4 years later, that would be $20,000. All because this company decided to buy Bitcoin. Follow the money, people. Follow where the money goes. And you know what they do? Today, you know what MicroStrategy did? He put $1.5 billion on Bitcoin to buy some Bitcoin today. He's trying to buy all Bitcoin he can. His company keeps growing and growing and growing. His investors are sending money. All right? So that's what Bitcoin is crypto. Let me get this last questions here real quick. So people want to know, what amount should you put in crypto? You should put an amount that you'll feel comfortable with, that you're okay with losing. So that's the amount you should put in. And just remember, you put in 100, it flips, you make 200. You put in 1,000, it flips, it makes 2,000. So you decide how much you want to put in. There's a risk in everything. It's not financial advice, because the same way you put that $1,000, it can go to zero. Okay, stay safe. Stay in the blue chip coins, the top 20. You'll be all right. When do you pull out? You set your strategy. When you invest, know the amount that you want to come out with. Everybody's life is different. I might need to flip my money twice. You might need to flip your money 4 times. Everybody's life is different. Stick to your strategy. You go in putting $10 and you want to make 20. You make it 20. Get out. That's how much you should put in. All right, and that's when you should pull out. As far as the taxes, the longer you put your money in crypto, the less your taxes are, the longer you keep it in there. So if you keep it over a year, it's less taxes. And now Trump is talking about no taxes on gains. This is what Trump's talking about. No taxes on crypto gains. Keep that in your mind, folks. If there's a penalty for pulling out your money, there's no penalty for pulling out your money off exchanges. Exchanges charge you a price to buy the coin, which is a small amount, and then they also charge you to take it off, but there's no penalties, okay? So on this episode, I'm going along. So this is episode 3 for the Crypto Fan channel. Thank you for tuning in, folks. Have a good night.